Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Praise and Repeat. Àlàáfíà. Áńgẹ́lì mi ò ní sùn. Oríwo ya ògùn wa tán. Lọ́la kó bá yà kún Ọlọ́run ọba. Ewé ń jẹ́. Lọ́la kó bá yà kún Ọlọ́run ọba. Ewé ń jẹ́. Ewé á jẹ́. Ewé ń jẹ́. Àwọn lèmi dábọ̀ sóhun mi lọ́jọ́ dìbò. Ewé ń jẹ́.
If someone promised to marry you and you don't want the person to fail the promise, you want him to marry you or you want her to marry you. You don't want him to follow any other man, or you don't want her to follow any other, you don't want him to follow any other woman, and you don't want her to follow any other man. You can try this tip. It's very simple. The purpose of this tip is when someone promised to marry you and you are afraid of losing her or losing him, just try this tip. Believe me, he will marry you by the grace of God. Because the major problem nowadays is so person marry me but he fail the promise. That's the major problem. And if you don't want that thing to happen in your life, just try this tip. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Mutiola Tibuye as Babiwenje. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure that you turn on the notification bell. So whenever I upload to this channel, you'll be the first person to watch it. And if you need more of my videos, you are free to go back to my previous video. You will see a lot of videos there that will help your spiritual life. And if you don't understand, you are free to call me on the 07737422552. Or you drop a message on WhatsApp. It's 09753332747. So, as you see from the title, this tip is, very effective. Just ordinary egg with a piece of paper. That is all what you want to use. And a seed of alligator pepper. Now, if someone promised to marry you and you are afraid of losing her or losing him, and you don't want to lose him, you love him so much, and you want him to be your husband, you want her to be your wife forever. And make sure that if you don't love her, please don't ever try this. If you don't love her, don't ever try this. And if you don't love him also, don't ever try this tip. Because if you do, believe me, it will backfire. Yes. If you do, it will backfire. And if you really love him, and you want him to be your husband, or you want her to be your wife, just try this tip. Yes. So what are we going to do? So you go to market to buy egg. You can buy Agric egg. Any other egg is not allowed. Yes. All this fowl egg. Don't use duck egg. You will look for a piece of white paper, plain white paper. So you now write the name of the person. So let me practicalize it. So this is the paper. But please do not use this kind of paper. You must use a pure white paper. Pure white paper. Yes. Then you will now write the name of the person. You will write it like Dr. Mutiola Olatiboye. You write Dr. Mutiola Olatiboye. Don't write my name, please. I'm just using this for an example. I beg you. Don't write my name. Just write your partner name. Just write your partner name on a piece of paper. Then you now write what you want him to do. As in, the person has already promised to marry you. If he didn't promise to marry you, don't do it. If he promised to marry you, just if he or she use her mouth tell you that I will marry you, so that is when you will do this tip. If someone promised to marry you, that is when you will do this tip. When he just open his mouth that I love you and I will marry you, that is, he has already made the promise. ó ti rógo, ó ti make promise yẹn, ó ti rógo. Then you now write his name here. So you now write whatever thing you want, as in so person promise to marry me. Don't fail the promise. You must marry me, whether you like it or not. Just write it like that. And after that, you now fold it like this. You fold the paper. You fold it. You fold it. Fold it. Fold it. Then you fold it like this. You fold it. You fold it like this. Then you go to market to get a egg. You find something like nail or a knife to make hole on top of the egg. Put the paper inside the egg. You put the paper inside the egg. You will add 1 seed of alligator pepper to it. Then you now put it inside a local pot, any kind of pot. You can use stone. You can use stone to cover the egg so that the egg will not pour away. Then you now place the egg inside the local pot or any kind of pot. Just use something like stone to hold it so that the egg will not bend. Then you now burn it. You burn it completely. So after that, you now grind the egg to become a powder. Yes, you use this for 9 days. You use it for 9 days. Both male and female, you must use it for 9 days with red oil. With red oil, most especially in the night before you sleep. Yes, in the night before you sleep. So that is how to use this with someone promised to marry you and you don't want him to pay the promise. Even if you do this, let me tell you, your wife will never even think of marrying to another person again. If you do it, your wife will never even think of marrying you. That's all. And if you want to spoil this thing, there is a way you can spoil it. There is a way you can spoil it. If you don't want him again, and you want to break with him, or you don't want her again, you want to break with her, maybe something happen, and you don't want him again. So you will repeat the process. But your intention when you write his name, you now write intention. Whatever thing you want, you write it at the middle of the paper. You will write it like that at the middle of the paper. That so person, I don't want you again. I don't want you to disturb me again. I don't love you again. Don't love me again. All those intentions, just write it again. Now fold it. You put it in the egg, and now use 1 seed of alligator pepper. You put it in. Then after that, you now use adi palm kernel oil. Is what you are going to use. You use palm kernel oil to lick it for at least for 9 days. You must complete the 9 days. Use palm kernel. We call it adi. Palm kernel is adi dudu in Yoruba language. So you use adi, that palm kernel oil, to lick it for 9 days. To lick it for, if you don't want him again, you don't want her again. So that is what you. So that's how to use it. So gbogbo etí mo sọ lẹ́yìn àtàwọn bí a ṣe máa ń lo ẹyin adìẹ ẹyọ kan tí a bá fẹ́ kí olólùfẹ́ wa kó fẹ́ promise wa lórí pé òun fẹ́ wa tàbí òun fẹ́ wa tí a fẹ́ràn ẹ̀ láti fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ó bọ́ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Òun náà mo ṣàlàyé lẹ́yìn. A máa wá ẹyin kan, a máa dú lórí, a máa kọ orúkọ ènìyàn sí òkè ní, a máa wá white paper kékeré kan, a máa kọ orúkọ ẹ̀ sí òkè, a máa kọ àníyàn pé kí lágbájá o, kó fẹ́ràn mi o, kó fẹ́ mi o, gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe ṣàdéhùn o. A máa fọ́ọ̀lù pépà yẹn, a máa jù sínú ẹyin yẹn, a máa fi yọ àtàrí kan sí, a máa jó. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi òkúta gáìdì ẹ̀ kó má bàa dànù. Tá bá ti jó, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ, ká wá fi epo pupa ká fi là. Eléyìí kì í ṣe pé bóyá tí nǹkan kan bá ṣe ìkan láàrin wọn, pé bóyá wọn máa dà láàmú, bóyá tí kan bá jáde láyé, kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀, lẹ́yìn rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé ojú ọ̀nà bóyá àwọn tá a ṣe nǹkan yẹn àfẹ́ kí afẹ́fẹ́ ẹni yẹn mọ́, a máa repeat process yẹn, but àníyàn ló máa yàtọ̀. Kí lágbájá kó má ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú mi mọ́, kó má dà mí láàmú mọ́, kó má fẹ́ràn mi mọ́, ká fún kálukú jà. Gbogbo àníyàn yẹn bó sì bu, a máa dà síbi, a máa jù, a máa fi yọ àtàrí kan sí, a máa fi àdé dúdú làwa máa fi là. Tó bá ti rí wa báyìí bí ìgbẹ́ ló ṣe máa wà, ló ṣe máa ń bà yẹn, bá ṣe máa ń bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò ní jù báyìí lọ. èmi náà lọ́mọ yín àbúrò yín olólùfẹ́ yín Dr. Mutiu láti bó ìgbà yín sì ní jẹ́ tó bá nígbà mi láti mú ọ̀rọ̀ mi lórí yàtọ̀ sí ilé wa ẹ má gbàgbé ilé ẹ̀kan sí láti subscribe sí rédíò kílẹ̀ kó fún wa ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní lórí àwọn ìgbà àti àbẹ̀tì àti ṣe dábọ̀.
ẹgbẹ́ ewé ń jẹ iwájú ṣáàbì tí tàwa ọlọ́run ló dé wà láyé yìí ṣe bóun lóhun tó ṣolókùrò wà lẹ́ṣà ẹgbẹ́ wa ò ní tú o. alright èèyàn mi ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ Dr. Mutiu Táíwò Ọlátì.